Well, yes, it's that wonderful, scary time of the year. Would you believe it? It's Halloween again. I feel like it's been Halloween for years. One Halloween after another. Scary things happening in family court, children being ripped away from good parents, children being taken from good moms like Betty Powers, who didn't do anything wrong. Didn't matter. Judge Garcia, that warlock who hangs out in family court and calls himself a judge, now he just got officially elected a full judge term of 6 years. Oh my God, we may have to recall him. He didn't care. CPS workers saw money and they grabbed her little baby angel, put him on a broom with the CPS worker, and the witches flew away with Betty's little baby. And it happens every day. In probate court, you got weird stuff happening. People changing records and property just disappearing from people's control because crooked lawyers docked their records. And we proved that in the William Christopher case in San Jose, California. But anyway, that was a little footage we had, never published before, from the Michael Jackson rally where they did this spooky imitation of that spooky song of Michael. Not one of my favorites, but since it's Halloween and we've got a screwed up election coming up on Tuesday where you have not one, but two major party candidates, neither one qualify to be president. Yeah, I'd like to see someone indict Thomas Snedden for, Hello, Tom Snedden? Yeah, we were just talking about you. You want to come down to the studio? You don't? You don't like the idea of having yourself prosecuted for malicious prosecution? Oh, my devil. My Snedden. But you were caught cheating. You were caught, manufacturing false fingerprints on Michael on a magazine that wasn't even published at the time the boys were at the ranch. Shouldn't you be in jail, Mr. Snedden? Hello? Hello? I guess he hung up. I guess he didn't like that, Uncle Sam. But Uncle Sam, didn't you think Michael was guilty at the time that trial was going on? Because what you saw on Fox News and CNN misleading and ABC, they're all misleading you, didn't they?
I saw that. Yeah, I thought that he was guilty.
Because of what you saw in the major media.
That's right. That's true.
And when you saw the jury verdict, you were what?
I was very surprised.
Hello? That's what they want. It's all about flim flam and weasel diesel and not a word of truth. But the jury saw through all the BS and they nailed the verdict. 10 times not guilty. I'm sorry Mr. Snedden hung up on me. Maybe we can get him to come in, but he's feeling pretty small right now. I thank you people for joining us here on Take Back America, because we need to take back this country from malicious prosecutors like Thomas Snedden and others. That guy in Florida, didn't they ream that district attorney's butt out pretty good? Because he was accusing these, soccer players or hockey players or something of raping this woman who agreed to jump out of a birthday cake and be a stripper, and then she lied and said she'd been raped. Yeah, these people need to get their butts reamed. Really, I'd like to get the reamer and just help them get that cleaned out. But that's not my job. It's for you people to do. On the presidential election thing, I don't want to labor this because I know I've labored it for weeks. And the show will repeat after the election. But I want to make you aware, if those of you who have not yet wasted your vote on Obama or wasted your vote on McCain, I want to make you aware of something. It's called the United States Constitution. Theoretically, it is the law of this land where there are 50 commonwealths and states. And supposedly, the Constitution is the highest law. It's what decides what is what. And I thought I would read you something. You all think, you just got to be 35 years of age to be president. Oh, by the way, we got some great music coming up. Songstress from Bakersfield. And if you ever heard of the Grateful Dead, you want to stay tuned because I've got some rare footage never published before. It's my footage. Anyway, here, In the Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, Paragraph 5 reads as follows, and listen very carefully. It's more than just being 35 years of age. No person except a natural born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of the Constitution shall be eligible to that office of president. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained to the age of 35 years and been a resident for 14 years. So there's 3 requirements besides being alive and breathing. You must be naturally born, and we now know, because McCain admits it, he was not naturally born in any of the 50 states. He was born in Panama. Ipso facto, McCain doesn't qualify. It doesn't say, oh, but if your father was a Navy admiral, then there's an exception. It doesn't say that here. And what do we know about Barack Barry Obama, who was born under a different name, or the name was changed to Sotero? He was born in Mombasa, Kenya, actually in the General Provincial Hospital overlooking the Indian Ocean on the coast of Kenya in a town called Mombasa, a pretty big town actually. So being born in Kenya, Obama does not qualify. What did it say again? No person except a natural born citizen. That's why people born in foreign countries have to be naturalized. Hello. We can find no record of Obama being naturalized or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption. So they made an exception that if you had been living in the United States at the time 200 years ago, they kind of looked the other way a little bit. But there isn't anybody left alive. Not me, not you, not Star, not Uncle Sam. Well, maybe Uncle Sam. You were here 200 years ago, weren't you, Uncle Sam?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was here 200 years ago. You thought he was a paper cutout. No, this is the real Uncle Sam here. You can actually touch him and feel him. He breathes. He lives.
Right.
See? Natural born. Excuse me. There's a lawsuit by an attorney who's also a Democrat, by the way, named Berg. And Berg has filed this lawsuit in a federal court in Pennsylvania saying, please show us his real authenticated birth certificate or take Obama off the ballot. Obama has a fake Hawaiian birth certificate, which he has now removed from his website, at least last time I checked, because people have checked up on it. And guess what? Obama, his own sister, his own grandmother, said they were present at the hospital in Mombasa, Kenya, when he was born. So how could he have been born in Hawaii? So you got 2 people, not 1, 2 major parties. I guess I don't need to read the Constitution. Just read your Constitution. It's there, people. It doesn't say there's an exception because he's a nice, smooth-talking, Harvard-educated black man. It doesn't say that. Or if your father was a Navy admiral, you'll make an exception. It doesn't say that.